Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Chef Rob. Today we're going to make a summertime red, white, and blueberry shortcake cake. So the first thing you want to do is preheat that oven to 350. Have some parchment paper handy, and we're just going to cut this into a circle that fits into about an 8 to 9 inch pan. Okay, so try to get it as close as you can. This prevents it from really sticking on the bottom. So I'm actually going to give the bottom of the cake a little spray, and then I'm going to spray the parchment paper as well. Okay, so just take the pan just like this. Quick spray, not a lot because you don't want to taste this. And then just fit this right in here, just like that. That went pretty well. And I am just going to give this a quick spray now. Okay, and that is really it. Okay. So now have ready all your ingredients. You want to have all your milk and your butter and egg to room temperature. It will really help to incorporate in the batter very easily. So let's start on our flour. We're going to get the dry ingredients into a large bowl. So we're going to take 1 full cup of the all-purpose flour. Just drop this in here. And then a 1/4 cup. And just drop that in here. Let's take 2/3 of a cup of the granulated sugar. So I just put the 2 scoops in there. They are both 1/3, but that does remind me, and when you are cooking, to make sure you put in both scoops. Okay, so 2/3 of a cup of the granulated sugar. Don't skimp on that. Okay. Take 1 teaspoon of baking powder and just make sure it is nice and level. Drop this right in here. Okay, and take a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Make sure you put the salt in there because it brings out all the flavors. And then just mix this around really well. Make sure those ingredients are all mixed really good. Have ready a handheld mixer. I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of softened butter. I am using unsalted butter. I'm just going to dice this into small little pieces. This way it is nice and easy for the mixer. And you do want it to be room temperature. So just kind of drop that right in here. I'm going to take some pure vanilla extract. You want 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Let's drop that right in here. And then I have some whole milk. It is really important to have the whole milk. So we're just going to add a 1/4 of the 1/2 cup. Okay, so we're just going to start with a 1/4 cup, and it's room temperature. So just drop that right in here. We're going to turn on our electric mixer on medium speed, and we're just going to let it go until everything is combined, so it'll be about just 1 minute. And just make sure that you bring down the sides, the flour, just like this. Okay. And when you are making this, if you're not a fan of either blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries work with this, even peaches. Okay, so peaches would work really good. Okay. So let this go for about 1 minute. Okay, so this is about 1 minute, and it's, so you can see it's all crumbly, but it's kind of all mixed and combined together. I'm going to turn that off for a second. I have my other 1/4 cup of room temperature milk. I'm actually just going to make it easy. I'm just going to drop the egg right in here. And then I want 2 tablespoons of either vegetable oil or canola oil, and just pour this right in here. And you could, if you had it in a bowl, you could take a whisk and mix it, or if you want to make it nice and easy just like this, just take a fork and just beat it. Okay, and then we're going to add this into the dry ingredients, and then we're just going to bring this batter all together. So let's turn this on. We're going to put it on medium speed. So you want this to be totally mixed. You may have a little bit of lumps in there, but all the ingredients are together. 30 seconds is pretty much the most you want to have it, okay, going, the electric mixer. Okay, I'm just going to turn that off. Now we have our prepared pan over here. So I am just going to pour this batter right in here and then spread it out nice and evenly. We're going to bake this in a 350 oven, and it's going to take about 20 to 22 minutes, but I always tell everybody check a few minutes earlier because everybody's oven is a little bit different. Okay, so just kind of bring this out. Make sure it covers the pan, but it is nice and even. Okay. And while this is in the oven, we can prepare our berries and we can prepare the whipped cream too. So let's put this in the oven. When you bake this, bake it towards a middle rack and put a little sheet of aluminum foil on the rack above, just so it doesn't get too dark. Okay, so to prepare the berries, whether they are fresh or frozen, I'm using blueberries here, and I have some strawberries. And I'm just going to slice the strawberries up, and I'm going to add them right into the blueberries. Again, use any berry that you like, or just make this with peaches. It works out really, really well. Go with the season too. So just drop these in here. After we get these all cut, they should be about 1.5 cups worth. If you have a little too many berries, it will be just fine. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar and a tablespoon of strawberry preserves to this. You can change the preserves, okay, but add just that little bit of sugar, and it's just going to let them release their juices. And you're going to let this sit at room temperature so they really kind of soften and give up their juices. Okay, so that is enough right there. We're going to take that 1 teaspoon of sugar, just put it right over the top here, and then 1 tablespoon of strawberry preserves, and just kind of toss this and just let them sit for just a little bit. And again, they will just give up their juices. So while this is sitting, our cake is baking, we're going to make the whipped cream. And then if we have it done a little early, we just leave that in the refrigerator, and we can decorate this as soon as the cake has cooled. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to take 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. It is very cold. You can see, actually looks like it's a little lumpy, and it is because I put it in the freezer to get it very cold, and it will whip a lot quicker. So we're going to take 1 full cup heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of the powdered sugar, get that right in here, and about 1/2 teaspoon of the pure vanilla extract. Just a couple drops in here. And now we're going to beat this a medium high for about 3 to 4 minutes. We want to get medium peaks that are in between loose peaks and very stiff peaks. And we just want it to be a nice consistency, so when we put it onto the summertime red, white, and blueberry shortcake cake. Okay, so 3 to 4 minutes. Let's get this, and we'll let this get nice peaks. Okay, so we are just about 4 minutes, and this has come together nicely. So I am just going to take this, I'm just going to cover it, and I'm going to leave it in the refrigerator until the cake has cooled, and then we'll put this together. Okay, so our summertime red, white, and blueberry shortcake is done. You take a little knife around the edges just to make sure it loosens up, and then if you want to take your whole hand, just kind of go like that. Paper will stay in there, or you just have to peel it off. Just carefully put that there. We have our whipped cream, nice and fluffy. We're going to spread this all the way to the edges. It's going to taste so good. Let's put this all the way over. And then we're just going to pour those berries right on top with all the juices. Serve this immediately, or it will last up to 3 days in the refrigerator too. Okay. Definitely best enjoyed the first day because the whipped cream really holds up really well then. Keep it in a really cool refrigerator. Okay, something where the whipped cream isn't going to get too soft. So make sure your refrigerator is cool enough. Okay, that is perfect. So lots of whipped cream on here. And now we're just going to take these berries and just pour these right over. And as much of the juices as you like, put right on it. And this is definitely going to be a summer favorite that you will enjoy. So I hope you like how this came out. I hope you will make this and enjoy it and have a great summer.